Now I'm on the streets all alone. Shiver running down in my ripped jeans. It was cold in the dark, I kept my promise. Never going back to the place I used to. Ain't nobody buzzing me high, hello.
I'm called Michael Osu Ado, aka Sarkodie or Bedihova. The landlord of Ghana music, of Ghana rap. Let me put it that way. The landlord of Ghana rap or Bedihova. Sarkodie Michael Osu Ado Akachi. In Chebiani who says Sarkodie SCU Ecobank for using his look-alike picture for an anti-flood campaign. Looks can be deceived. Yes, that's what Ecobank used Sarkodie look-alike picture for that campaign. And Ecobank, Sarkodie is suing Ecobank for using his look-alike picture for that campaign. And we see Ecobank, a lot of lawyers about explaining the situation whereby Sarkodie able to winning that case. And I say situation whereby Sarkodie may have a case. And one of the popular lawyers on TikTok, Yuda Brown, came out to explain everything from A to Z. So this is what Yuda Brown said about the case.
Sarkodie has sued Ecobank for this, but everyone is going crazy because that is not Sarkodie. What does the law say? This is a legal breakdown. So Ecobank used Sarkodie's look-alike to run an anti-fraud campaign stating that you can see something that may look original but is not original. Now, per the alleged documents available on the internet that Sarkodie filed against Ecobank, in his point 1, you would see that he has expressly written that Ecobank breached his intellectual property rights by using his image to run their campaign. You and I know that is not Sarkodie. Sarkodie knows that is not him, so why did he do that? Now, to me, this is just a legal smart move and a legal trap. Now, let me explain this to you. This video is not against Ecobank. This is just explaining the legal side of this. Now, Ecobank will be tempted to respond by saying the person we used is not Sarkodie, the person we used is not you, but your look-alike, and that brings them to Sarkodie's strongest point in the B, which is Ecobank breached the protection against unfair competition by using that image. Now, what is unfair competition? Unfair competition is when a company does something that gives them an unfair advantage. You have a company, then you try using a look-alike, my look-alike, or another person's look-alike to run your campaign. You'd understand that that person or that look-alike does not have the necessary audience. So while you are using the look-alike, you are having an unfair advantage because you are still riding on the celebrity's influence or audience. So that is the kind of unfair advantage unfair competition is speaking of. Now let's enter into this case. Section 1 of the Protection Against Unfair Competition has stated that any practice in the course of a commercial activity that causes or is likely to cause confusion with respect to another person's enterprise. Sarkodie's brand is its enterprise. In particular, the services offered by that enterprise constitute an act of unfair competition. Now, one of the services Sarkodie offers as a brand is allowing companies or other brands to use his image for campaign or the face of the company. All this is arguable. You would realize that using his look-alike brings confusion into the minds of people that, is this really Sarkodie, or did Sarkodie endorse this brand? So by this, it could be his argument that Ecobank caused confusion by using his look-alike could end up making people think he has endorsed the brand or he has rendered his services to them, when in fact he hasn't done that. To the section 2, any act or practice in the course of a commercial activity that damages or is likely to damage the goodwill or reputation of another person's enterprise, Sarkodie's brand, constitutes an unfair competition. Now, if you check the subsection 2, it has said that damaging a person's goodwill or reputation in particular could mean dilution of the goodwill or reputation of a celebrity. And according to the interpretation section of this act, dilution of the goodwill of a celebrity means lessening the advertisement value of that celebrity. So it could also be his argument that by running that strategic adverts, they are lessening his advertisement value as a celebrity and as a brand. Does it really affect his advertisement value? Yes. Now, when a brand uses a celebrity's look-alike, it means they are getting the celebrity's effect for free. Ask yourself this: if Ecobank had used any random person on the streets look-alike, would they have gained more traffic or audience as this? No. So this is where it reduces its advertisement value as a celebrity. Future brands and companies might say, why would we pay you thousands of cedis when we can use another person that equally looks like you? You see, it don't reduce in value because they would be going for another person rather than him, and he ends up losing more money. This is just a general explanation and not necessarily related to this case. So most of you might not know I'm a brand consultant for law firms and well versed in this area. One of the key points or areas I've always thought is for people to control where their images go. Because brand would want to work with you, brand would want to pay you for your exclusive image because they know you are very popular, your image is not everywhere, and your image is controlled, and this increases the trust power. Sorry I digress, but this is to tell you that do everything within your possible best to protect your image because your image is your brand. Even if this case doesn't go in his favor, he has communicated that that is not him. Now to section 3 of that act, it says misleading the public, but we are not going to enter into this, but it's obvious that this as well could mislead the public. Now this is the best way to escape this case in the future, but this video is only bringing understanding to Sarkodie's alleged suit and not being judgmental or going against any party, because there has been a whole lot of confusion and we had to understand or explain it from a different angle. So as to who would win, we cannot tell now. So this is how to save yourself in case you also want to run this type of campaign. And change this to looks familiar, watch again, and the write-up beneath this we can now add a disclaimer stating that this is not Sarkodie but someone that closely looks like him, therefore looks can be deceiving, same way as documents. So look again, do the necessary checks before you give in. Don't forget, this is the Law Ghana. I'm Yuda Brown. Feel free to reach out to us.
Yeah, so this is what Yuda Brown said about the case. And earlier today, GH Chronicles posted said Sarkodie has instructed his legal team to withdraw the case from the court. Yes, Sarkodie has instructed his legal team to withdraw the case from the courts. And Ecobank are not willing or are not ready to to challenge. They are not happy with it because they want to go on with the court proceedings. They want to go to the court and so if they win, it's a plus to them. If they lose, it's a plus to them, because they feel maybe they also might have a case, because according to their post or their advert, they say that looks can deceive. So you might see something online and yet it might looks original but not original. So it doesn't mean that we should use your picture because you are the original person. So we have to use someone's picture because the thing we are talking about, and we are talking about originality. We are talking about originality, whereby we are saying that looks can deceive. So using you, the Sarkodie, your picture, meaning that it doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense, but the court has to decide either it makes sense or it doesn't make sense. So according to Ecobank, no. If you are withdrawing from the case, we are not withdrawing. We free court. We will send it back to the court. We have to sit down and settle this case, because maybe Ecobank feels Sarkodie has disgraced them. So they have to go to court and settle the case amicably. Yes, so that's what's trending on the social media now. Sarkodie has written to his legal team to withdraw the case from the court, but Ecobank are not willing to withdraw from the court case. Yes, so this what is trending. Here's our news once again.
Now I'm on the streets all alone, shiver running down in my ripped jeans. It was cold in the dark, I came my prime.